Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel, it's Erad, and so today we've got another Elite Dangerous video. It's a video that I believe is going to be perfect for both new players and those returning to the game. Now we all know that space in Elite Dangerous can be tough, after all it's called Elite Dangerous, right? And sometimes it's easy to fall into some common mistakes. Don't worry though, I've got you covered. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 pitfalls that rookies and sometimes even experienced commanders sometimes fall into and how you can avoid them. So let's get started. Alright, first thing first, controls. Whether you're new or returning, getting your controls set up properly is one of the most important steps in your journey. If you're coming from a game like X4, No Man's Skies, or Star Citizen, I recommend setting your keybinds to match what you are used to. I do that myself so that I don't get confused in the middle of a maneuver or a dogfight. Whether your preference is HOTAS, gamepad, mouse and keyboard, take the time to customize your controls to suit your playstyle. It will make your life in space a whole lot easier. Next up, fuel management. Nothing is worse than running out of fuel and then realizing you're stuck in deep space. Here's my tip. Always check the galaxy map before traveling long distances. If you have a fuel scoop and the last system is a non-refillable star with no stations, you're asking for trouble. Plan ahead and if needed, manually pick a populated system where you can refuel. Trust me guys, a little prep sometimes will save you a lot of headaches later. Now let's talk about rebuy cost and spending too much on trade. A rookie mistake is dumping all your credits into a big trade run or cargo thinking that it will pay off until your ship is blown up in combat or you just randomly crash it and you have to pay a hefty rebuy cost. Always keep at least 5 times your rebuy cost in reserve. It's also smart to start with trade or passenger missions to build your credit stash before risking any big cargo runs. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. This way, you'll have the funds to recover and keep on playing and avoid that return out there in a Sidewinder. Number 4, missions that are too difficult. Some missions sound easy, but when you're facing down Federal corvettes or Anacondas, things can get tricky real fast. Combat missions especially can put you against formidable foes, and those large ships can gang up on you, especially if you're not prepared. Always evaluate what you're up against before accepting a mission, and if in doubt, take a smaller or less risky one. There's no shame in playing it safe. Number 5. Planetary gravity. Rookies often come in too hot when landing at planetary outposts or settlements. If you're coming into a high G planet, you need to slow down. The stronger the gravity, the more difficult it is to maneuver, and the more your ship will be pulled toward the surface. Take your time and use your thrusters to ease your descent. If you don't, you're likely to crash and lose all of your hard work. Well, next up, we'll stay here with the gravity theme here, and we'll talk about stars with extreme gravity or temperature. Because it's easy to get too close to stars that seem small but are actually dangerous. Stars like neutron stars or white dwarf can have incredibly high gravity or extreme temperatures. Always check the type of star and its characteristics before you get too close. If you're not careful, you can find yourself in a death spiral and overheat in seconds. Always be aware of your surroundings. Your ship will thank you for it. Now, let's talk about gameplay a little bit more here, and this time Powerplay. Some people actually ignore Powerplay thinking it's not worth their time, but that's a mistake, especially with Powerplay 2.0. Powerplay offers interesting activities that give you directions and help you build up your in-game goals. It also gives weekly rewards and credits, and as you rank up, you can earn exclusive fashion equipment that you can't get anywhere else. So if you haven't yet, consider diving into Powerplay 2.0. It's a great way to unlock additional content and resources. Number 8. Charity missions. Now these missions may seem like a waste of money at first, but they're actually a great way to build up reputation with factions. The higher your rep, the better the missions you'll access to, missions with higher payouts and more rewarding objectives. So don't overlook these, they're a solid investment and the return can be huge in the long run. You might have to spend a little upfront, but it will pay off. Now that you've been exploring, just don't sell your exploration data anywhere. hold on to it and sell it at stations where you'll get the best return. For example, check out Powerplay expansion systems or use websites like inera.cz to find the best places to sell your data. Maximize your profit. You've put in the time to explore, so make sure you're getting the most of your hard-earned discoveries. Last but not least, let's talk about Odyssey content. If you're not checking out Odyssey, you're missing out on some serious gameplay. There's a ton of money to be made there, from exploring to collecting biosamples, and there are also investigations, sabotage, and courier missions that offer a fresh, engaging perspective in the game. It's a great way to take a break from long space missions and experience a different side of Elite Dangerous. And don't forget about war zones too. They're super fun and they provide action-packed, fast-paced gameplay. Odyssey really adds a whole new layer and excitement to the game, and it's definitely worth checking out. So there we have it, guys. 10 common pitfalls that rookies and return players fall into, and how you can avoid them. I hope that these tips are going to make your time in Elite Dangerous a bit more enjoyable. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your own tips and mistakes that you learned from. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Once again, I've been Irad. A big shout out to Dr. Fabin Shadow Rise, Lucky to Docker, Tokai Tarcisius, and Zero Crusher, and I'll see you guys in the next one.